The Bushiroad summer strategy presentation was on Tuesday, and as a tradition on the channel, we're going to recap everything that went on in the stream. So I'm going to cover everything first, and then I'm going to give my thoughts at the very end. We are only going to cover what happened in the world of Rebirth For You and Weiss Schwarz because those are the card games that we are interested on this channel. With that being said, we're only going to talk about two things that happened in Vanguard. Lyrical Lily are going to be the ambassadors for the Lyrical Monasterio booster set. I do not know what that means, but that is D4DJ, so it is a thing. And of course, Shaman King is going to Vanguard. I called it. If you did not know, Shaman King does have a PR in Vanguard for no reason. Just did. It was made. Just, you know. Nothing suspicious there. Either way, booster packs and TDs will be out November 5th, and the Volume 2 booster packs will be out Spring 2022. That is right, the first set is not even out. We don't even have cards out yet, but they're already planning the next one. So this wrestler cat came out, held up a sign, and he smiled. Nice. We also need this image on a playmat. This guy is super sweaty, holy shit. And that was pretty much the Vanguard presentation. This lasted for about an hour, and believe me, as a person who does not care about Vanguard, it felt like an hour. A very slow, drudging hour. After Vanguard was Rebirth For You, and we were introduced to Yu-chan. Oh my god, look at her, she's so cute. Oh my god. Oh my god, Yu-chan, what is that voice? Surprise, it's not her voice, it's another wrestler. So they tell Yu-chan to fuck off. They start giving some info about the Character Cup, online workshop, Strongest Cast tournament. There's going to be a board game event. More info will be given at a later date, and the RGP and Title Cups are going to be held online. Here is a handy event timeline. Now for the series, because that's the whole reason we are all here, let's be honest. Hololive Production Special Deck Set has a release date of August 27th. They did announce this in the winter presentation, but now we have a release date, as well as the release date for the set that I wanted in the last stream, Higurashi. Trial decks will be August 6th, and booster packs are going to be August 27th. Dyna Zenon came out, and I really wanted both of them to wrestle, like really badly. I think it would have been super hyped if they just, you know, threw some punches. Alas, that did not happen. He was just standing there, posing. No one was taking any pictures, but he was there. Release date for the trial decks are September 17th, and booster packs are on the 22nd of October. New Japan Pro Wrestling has a release date of September 17th. That explains all the wrestlers. So before we get on to the new sets, we have to talk about the Twitter campaign that Rebirth For You was doing. They posted hints to what the new sets were going to be announced on their Twitter. Here's a handy map / speculation chart that the Rebirth For You community came up with, courtesy from our friends over at the YouTube channel Janken Palm. Go subscribe to them. So here we go. D4DJ is getting a second set, and so is Azure Lane. Ray Zero Season 2 is getting trial decks on July 23rd, and booster packs are coming out on August 6th. Are we not getting this in Weiss? Are we not getting it in Weiss? Are we not getting it in Remake Our Life has no release date as of now, while Godzilla Singular Points, the trial decks are coming out on September 17th, and the booster packs are out on October 8th. The lights then went down for a video, and the Mikuyo logo showed up, and I absolutely lost my shit. That is right. Rebirth For You is getting Genshin Impact. My thoughts will be later. After all that, we were thrusted into Weiss Schwarz. We got some information of the cafe that I talked about in the previous video of This Week in Weiss Schwarz, and then we got the release date for World Trigger. Honestly, I forgot this was coming out. October 15th for both trial decks and booster packs. Do not worry, my friends. Data Live is not receiving a 10th anniversary set, but they are getting a 10th anniversary tournament. It's not the same thing. More info on it later, but you do get this very nice PR card. Either way, Kurumi's voice actress came out and talked about some stuff, and she is holding a card without sleeves. You monster. We were shown an Assault Lily commercial for the game, which I honestly do not care about, and after that we got Assault Lily Last Bullet. It is releasing in winter, and there is going to be a mini anime as well. So more Assault Lily. Like Bang Dream, like Madoka, this is the game set. What we got previously was the anime set. Danmachi got announced as well. Better late than ever, I guess. November 26th, it is released. Then as quickly as Danmachi was shown, it quickly went away and we were shown another damn commercial for another damn mobile game. I do not care. This will probably not even arrive to the English market, so we could all probably collectively skip this one. Decide Traumere the TDs will be out October 2021 and the booster packs will be out spring 2022. So this is not in the script, but I just noticed how far apart those release dates are. Wow. After that, we got Zombieland Saga Revenge. Yes, this is amazing. Thank you so much, Cygames. You are honestly gods, and I'm really sorry to everyone that I said to their faces that we will never get Zombieland Saga and Weiss Schwarz. I'm really sorry. Also, throughout the Weiss segment, there was an ominous thing hiding behind a curtain, and a lot of people in chat were actually pointing it out, and it was finally time to reveal the VTuber behind the curtain. Psych, bitch, we're getting Marvel. Oh my god. I have no idea how this is going to work, but you could bet your ass we're not going to be allowed to import this. Oh, and Hololive is coming to Weiss Schwarz with 7 different trial decks for each generation on September 24th, and the booster packs will be out on October 1st. Then we got some dumb shit about Bushinavi. It doesn't really pertain to us because we do not have it in the English market. And Kidani came out for a minute, and that's it. Stream was over. And that is what happened in the stream. Now, my thoughts. This may have been the best stream they have done in a while. So we did do a watch along like I mentioned earlier, and I will place a link at the top and in the description below. We also did a pre-stream hangout where we all speculated what series will be announced for Weiss Schwarz or Rebirth For You. Or more like what series Rebirth For You are going to steal from Weiss Schwarz. So either way, during the stream, we collectively lost our minds during some of the announcements, but there was a worrying implication with this presentation. Weiss Schwarz now has more competition on receiving licenses. There is Precious Memories, which is one of the bigger anime card games that grab licenses. There is also zillions of enemies every now and then, and Witcross as well. But now, Weiss Schwarz has to go up against Rebirth For You, which we expected to some aspect, but now there's also Vanguard. So let's talk about Vanguard. Vanguard has Monster Strike, Bang Dream, and Token Rambu, and now Shaman King. There is some speculation that the more shonen or male demographic series are going to be going to Vanguard, but then again, during the Weiss Schwarz presentation, specifically the last one that we just had, World Trigger was announced, and World Trigger is in Shonen Jump, or was in Weekly Shonen Jump, currently in Jump Square, so take what we speculate with a grain of salt. Again, it's all speculation, but do expect more collaboration series with Vanguard. And with that, more licenses being taken away from Weiss Schwarz. And I will say this, if Vanguard did crossovers a lot sooner, I think they would have had JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, as opposed to Weiss Schwarz with Part 5 having JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I think Vanguard would have been great for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, because more of the people that play or watch Vanguard to a certain extent are not as committed to the cutesy anime aesthetic that Weiss Schwarz or Rebirth For You have. So Shaman King going to Vanguard makes sense aesthetically and demographic wise. Now, I'm not saying there's a lot more women or women identifying people in Weiss Schwarz or Rebirth For You, but there are a lot of dudes that like the girls in Weiss Schwarz cards and Rebirth For You cards. So yeah. Now, Rebirth For You. This is Weiss Schwarz's main contender against itself in a sense. Again, Bushiroad pitting the two card games against each other. They have Re:Zero and Genshin Impact. First of all, Re:Zero. Re:Zero Season 2 is going to Rebirth For You. There is no announcement for Weiss Schwarz, and a lot of people did want Genshin Impact. Now, I am sure, like speculation, I am sure that Re:Zero is going to be coming to Weiss Schwarz. You know, Re:Zero Season 2 specifically. There is too much legacy with Re:Zero in Weiss Schwarz for them to just Stop. Plus, on top of that, Bushiroad has been known to double dip in series. Granted, most evidence that people bring forth for the double dipping, you know, so to speak, is Bang Dream, which is their biggest property. And on top of that, a lot of the series that they bring up, like Gridman, it was from Buddy Fight. Buddy Fight is dead, guys. It's time to move on. So they still had the licenses. They had to go somewhere. So that's why SSSSSSSS Gridman is not coming to Weiss Schwarz, because, you know, the license is now given to Rebirth For You. But Ray Zero, like I mentioned, a lot of history in Weiss Schwarz. It has to come to Weiss, right? Right? Now, Genshin Impact. I honestly never thought this was gonna be coming to Weiss, let alone Rebirth For You, but there you go. Rebirth For You snagged it. I don't know how Genshin is going to look or what they're gonna do with it, because like one of the big draws of Rebirth For You was that it's a big cutesy anime aesthetic, or more like the more chibi cutesy anime aesthetic. They haven't been doing that lately, so I'm almost certain that they just abandoned that concept. Long story short, the announcements were insane. Honestly, I loved it. I had a great time, especially with chat. It was a rip-roaring good time. It was a fun stream, but I will say this. There was so much production behind the Vanguard and the Rebirth For You segments, and a lot more hype behind them, and the Weiss Schwarz one just showed us like game ads and a statue. The other two games, their sections were definitely more exciting than Weiss Schwarz. I want to say the reason is because they're trying to hype up Rebirth For You. It's still a fairly new game. Vanguard just went through its reboot. They gotta hype it up somehow. Weiss Schwarz, they're just like, listen here, you fucker, you're gonna buy this. I already know you have your wallet out. Here you go. So with that, is Weiss Schwarz on its deathbed? Clickbait? Nah, it's not. Weiss Schwarz is fine. Weiss Schwarz is doing fine. But it does have competition in its own parent company, which is a little odd for me. But hey, you know, it just be like that sometimes. So another thing I did want to bring up is that from the evidence that we have now, Weiss Schwarz is going to be receiving a lot more mobile game sets. And I'm not just saying games with anime tie-ins, but standalone mobile games like Lost Decade, like, what is it called? D-Side? The one I can't pronounce. So, out of all of the announcements shown, I'm very, very excited for Zombieland Saga. I would like a season 1, but it just might be a little too late for that. Marvel is probably going to be one of those sets that we will not be allowed imported in, like Star Wars, Godzilla, JoJo. And no, guys, this is not speculation. I'm going to be 100% certain on this. We are not going to be getting Marvel in English. So you could not ask that in the comments. If you already commented that, delete it and type in, I love you, great video. So, here's my reasoning. If Bushiroad could barely afford the licensing for the signed cards, do you really think that they could afford any source of licensing for something related to Marvel? Yeah. I thought so. Also, there's a lot of wrestlers. There's like a lot of wrestlers. Either way, stream was fun. Thank you all who hung out in the watch along stream as well as the pre-stream. Hopefully this video was informative and entertaining in some aspect. And with that, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Weiss Schwarz news and content, and I will see you all in the next one.